So I didn't disappear. I got quiet. And in that quiet, I discovered what I was looking for the most part. I had been posting regularly and just getting in my own rhythm. But in doing that, I was burning out because I had just ended my almost 20-year relationship and divorce. And I was trying to keep busy and keep a piece of something for myself, which was my content creation. It's something I've always maintained. I started out as a photographer, and no matter what has gone on in my life, I've always continued to pursue photography and content creation because it is my passion. I'm so grateful that I listened to my heart and my soul, and I stuck by that. There were times where I post videos that I had fallen asleep at my desk the night before, woken up to sunrise, continue editing and posting, although I was exhausted because it meant that much to me. I realized in all the trying to maintain keeping up my posting schedule and go through my divorce that I needed time to just slow down, stop, take account of my life, and just breathe. I don't have to have all of the answers. Anyway, so in that time, I had a ton of trips planned and scheduled, and some were spontaneous, a lot of them were not. For example, I went to Detroit. I got to spend Easter in Detroit with my babies, going to see my family because that's where I was born and raised, and Detroit has my heart still. I will always claim Detroit. I love my city. I'm so grateful for being raised there. There's no place in the world like that I've been in terms of like community, connectedness. So after I left Detroit, I went to Miami. That was a time I got humbled in Miami, honey. I got humbled, and I can't wait to share that trip with you. And I learned some lessons there as well. I stayed at the East Hotel, which was stunning. It had amazing views, but the way that the hotel is designed, there's a mall inside that you can go downstairs and go to the mall. There was Zara, a bunch of other stores. There was also a beautiful rooftop for dining and late night. There's a bar up there. You can have some nice cocktails, and you're just in the center of everything. I did a yacht party, met up with my girl, Lisa, who's freaking awesome. She's just everything. I'll post her info. After I left Miami, I came back to ATL to recharge with my babies. Just kind of, they had summer camp. I tried to get back into my juicing. That didn't really pan out. My exercising, it's been kind of shaky in these last 4 months. I've been exercising, but of course with travel, you're just busy running around. I found like halfway through my travels, I was like, yo, I'm running myself raggedy, right? I also joined the High Museum that I went for a First Fridays, what they call a First Friday of the month. And that was such a fun night. And in the time I was prepping for my trip to Philly. I love Philadelphia, okay? I had a blast, but the part that was not a blast and the whole point of the trip was the Roots concert. The ghetto. I'm not blaming the Roots. I blame their production company or whoever put it on. More to come on that because they're on my hit list. In fact, I gotta call Amex for my refund because I've already emailed the Roots staff or whoever this production company was a number of times. I need a refund. But I have been hyping this Roots trip up for months. Can't wait to tell you more about that. Girl, I'm mad at the Roots. I'm mad. Somebody's gotta pay. So I got back to ATL, of course, recharged with my kids again. Baby, I got some bangers for this trip. Look at this shirt. This is a button up. And got prepped for my next trip, which was to Spain and France. And oh, honey, a time was had. Time was had. My friend was celebrating her 40th birthday in Mallorca. I'm talking farm to table food prepared by chefs. It was such a beautiful trip. And after I left there, I popped over to France, to Cannes, for the Lions Festival. It's a huge festival for like marketing and advertising where the people who make the decisions in advertising and marketing, they're all there. I met a group of amazing women from all over the country, from the US, New York, Chicago. One of the women that I met lives there in France. It was just such a high vibe. Oh my God, I love France. After I left Spain and France, I had a little bit of time again here in Atlanta, reconnected with my babies, and this time it was for their summer trip. I took them to Hotel Escaret, Mexico, and they had a blast. We loved it. If you know me, you know I love Escaret Arte, which is the all adults resort, all inclusive. Adore it. I've been there 2 or 3 times, but this time I wanted to take my children. So I'm looking forward to sharing all of these hotels and reviews, itineraries with you. If you have not subscribed, remember to subscribe. The last trip of my summer was to one of my bucket list locations. In fact, I don't think I have a bucket list. But if I had one place to put on there, it was St. Lucia. Girl, how did I almost forget about Martha's Vineyard? That is actually the trip that rounded out my summer travels. It was just so relaxing, beautiful, and perfect ending to a beautiful season of travel. I went with my sister and her best friend. We got a cute little cottage in Oak Bluffs. I cannot wait to share this vlog. It was so beautiful.